In regard to the ongoing conversation about the Great Cracker Barrel controversy of 25, this person says, accurately, I don't remember anything like this. The countless times Coke, Pepsi, Arby's, McDonald's, etc. have changed their logos and branding. Right. They're absolutely right. Companies change logos all the time. If you did a Venn diagram of people who are MAGA and who shop at Walmart, I think that you're going to get a pretty significant overlap. And I'm not shitting on that. We buy our groceries from Walmart. But you're going to get a pretty good overlap of people that support the MAGA movement, are in the MAGA movement, and that shop at Walmart. These have been Walmart's logo changes over the years. Going all the way up to this thing right here, right? Walmart with the little sun-looking thing. And now that's even changed to just the sun thing. That's the Walmart logo now. Did any of these people throw a hissy fit? No. Did any of them say, I can't ever go back to Walmart again because Walmart gone woke? Look at what they're changing the logos. No. Because nobody gives a fuck about a logo change. Nobody gives a fuck about a logo change. People are told to give a fuck about a logo change, and then they get worked up about a logo change. The reason why we haven't seen people lose their shit for all of these companies changing these logos over and over and over again throughout the years, including companies like Walmart or another big one, Casey's. Casey's has changed their logo over the years. Nobody bitches, right? Casey's used to be the Casey's corner store, and they had the weather vane with the rooster in the logo. Good old-fashioned, down-to-earth, rural imagery. Casey's removed that. Nobody blew a fucking gasket because nobody told them to blow a gasket. And therein lies the problem. Right-wing media, right-wing talk show hosts, right-wing radio show hosts, right-wing politicians tell them to blow a gasket because that's what they need them blowing a gasket on. Look, they're taking away your culture. And if they can convince enough people that this is wokeness run amok and that they can't be allowed to get away with this, they can keep these idiots just afraid enough of like people of color and people on the left to keep them worked up enough to avert their attention from the shit that's really important, right? What's the right talking about? A fucking logo on a restaurant that nobody gives a fuck about. Why? Well, because their handlers don't want them talking about the fact that Donald Trump most likely had intercourse with children. Their handlers don't want them talking about the big, beautiful bill and how next year the cuts that are going to get enacted to programs like Medicare are going to really fuck those rural areas that voted for Donald Trump and those Republicans. They don't want you talking about the money that's been cut from the programs already, the billionaires that are writing our laws, the fact that Donald Trump is trying to federalize cities across the country, right? They want you talking about the fucking logo. Nobody gives a fuck about a logo. Nobody. But at least they're not talking about the files, right? At least they're not talking about the client list, right? At least they're not talking about the biggest expansion of federal powers maybe ever. No, they're talking about a fucking logo on a restaurant. We didn't see any of this because they weren't programmed to be upset about it like they are now.